This is probably my favorite thing to talk about because it's a reality in terms of how we live. This verse has been coming up, Zechariah chapter 4, verse 6, when God says to Zerubbabel, "It is not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord of hosts." And so we're talking about a work of the Spirit of God, a move of the Spirit of God. But Zechariah chapter 4, verse 7 is also important because you see this conversation, and God gives Zerubbabel an instruction, and he asks this question: "Who are you, great mountain, before Zerubbabel?" One of the necessities of the power of God's Spirit operative in our lives is there are mountains in your life and in my life that you can't move. And there's no way to move those mountains. And so God quantifies that conversation of not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord. And he gives them an instruction to speak to that mountain with shouts of grace. Shouts of grace. That you're talking about God now by his Spirit getting involved to move the immovable in the lives of God's people, for God's people to move forward in the things of God. And it won't be by your might. It won't be by your power. It's not by your degree. It's not by your resume. It's not by your successes or your failures, but it's a move by God's Spirit and his grace operating in your life that you will see the unmovable begin to move. That's the outcome of revival and the power of God, the Spirit of God beginning to flow in your lives. Can you say amen?